So we're going to read about Alice Ball from Little Leaders Bold Women in Black History. Both Alice's mother and grandfather were photographers, and as a child, she developed an interest in the chemicals used in photography. She went to college in her hometown of Seattle and earned not one, but two degrees in pharmaceutical chemistry and pharmacy. What an accomplishment for a young woman! At that time, most of the African American population in the city was employed in service professions, cleaning homes or making food, for example. But Alice defied expectations and her circumstances by seeking an education and a career in science. In 1915, Alice became the first woman and the first African American to graduate with a master's degree from the University of Hawaii. While working on her thesis, she developed what would become the leading treatment for leprosy, a serious and incurable disease. She found a way for oil from the seed of the chalmugra tree to be absorbed in the bloodstream. This treatment became the primary method that would be used until the 1940s. But for a long time, no one knew that Alice was the inventor. Less than 2 years after this discovery, Alice died, and the director of her program took credit for her findings. Alice's methods became known as the Dean method. It wasn't until the 1970s that historians unearthed the truth and worked to ensure that Alice got credit for her important discovery. On February 29th, 2000, the University of Hawaii recognized her for her work and dedicated a plaque to her on the only chalmugra tree on the school's campus. That day, the Lieutenant Governor of Hawaii declared February 29th Alice Ball Day. So, isn't that interesting with all of our discussion about racism and systematic racism? So, this was somebody who invented something that was working to cure a disease, and somebody else took credit for her work. That means she did all the work. She found out that she did all the science experiments and noticed that this was helping people. But someone said, nope, I'm going to say I did it. I want you to think about this question because it's a really big question and it's the question we've kind of been working toward through all of our lessons. What is the difference between non-racist and anti-racist? Saying that I'm not racist, saying racism is bad, being a bystander. A bystander is somebody who watches things happen but does not participate in things happening. Versus getting involved and saying, break it up or stop this, or speaking out so that this never happens again. And very similar to the definition that we got in from our discussion, being racist or anti-racist is not about who you are, it's about what you do. Let's think about that sentence again. Being racist or anti-racist is not about who you are, it's about what you do.